Hey homies, what's going on? I'm going to be doing a little foam rolling video today, and this video isn't like an instructional video. This is just me doing my own foam rolling before I go ahead into a session right now. So I thought I'd just film it for you, and I'll go through with you what I'm doing, but it's going to be relatively quickly paced. Just so that if you're at home and you've got a foam roller right now, you might want to copy over this. So today, I'm going to be doing a bunch of squats and deadlifts today. Every single time I'm ever doing squats or deadlifts, I like to try and make sure that like my entire posterior chain, like all the back of my body, is nice and loose. You know, if there's going to be any tight muscles, like overly tight muscles around me legs, in my back anywhere, butt or hips, then it's probably going to affect what the movement pattern is going to be like when I'm doing the lifts. And for me, I get quite a lot of tightness around the right side of my butt there, and quite a lot inside my calves as well. So what I always do is start off from the bottom, and I'll just put both feet on top of the foam roller. So if you have a foam roller right now, just get them right out there. We're going to be going from your ankles right up to the back of your knee. So all I do, both feet on top of the foam roller, sit myself up, press my weight off the floor onto my hands, and I'm just going to go back and forth, right down to the back of my knee, all the way up to my ankles. And I'm going to be doing this up and down now, good 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, after doing that now, I like to just go over each leg once more time, but with a bit more pressure. So 1 foot on top of the other one. Oh, I'm sorry if I pull some funny faces. And 1, 2, it's never a pleasant experience. 3, 4, and 5. Jeez. I remember the first time I got into foam rolling, just swap legs and do the same again. First time I got into foam rolling, and I was like, yeah, it's a massage, isn't it? So it's going to feel real nice. 3, it's just not the case. 4, and 5. But I always see a foam roller as tough love because it gives back to you tenfold. Now, what I'll do is just do one leg at a time, but I'll go on the outsides of my calves. So, outside of this leg, again, ankle up to knee. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Outside of the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do the same again now, just on the insides. I really like to always stress a lot of calf and ankle mobility because this is usually the first place to seize up on people, just because of our day-to-day activities. And if you do a lot of running or anything like that, then the trauma from running is going to cause them to tighten up pretty quick. And if your ankles or calves, like if you've got restricted range of motion down in there, then it's going to affect what your walking patterns are like. Ow. Or it's going to affect your knee's ability to go over your toes. Like if your ankle movement's restricted, your knee won't be able to go as far over your toes, and you won't be able to sit down as deep in your squat. So right, now that we're done with the calves, I'm going to go up here, back of the knees to the butt, 5 times up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now all I do is just turn both my feet out, turn them out so I can get a little bit more of the outside, hamstrings here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so what I like to do now is roll my IT band, which is right at the sides of your legs there. So I'll lay completely on my side, 1 foot's going on top of them. I'm just going to put my other leg round on top so that my underneath leg is like threading through like a thread through a needle. A lot of weight on my elbow here, keep myself supported on my hand. I'm just going to go up and down from the sides of my knee, right up the sides of my hip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh God, this is so sore. And 5. Jesus. All right, next side. Oh God, right at the top of there, it's painful today. 1, 2. I don't really roll my IT band too much, so it's one of the more painful body parts for me. 3, 4, and 5. But if you run away from pain, you don't get stronger. Now what I'll do is cross one ankle over my opposite knee. Tuck it in there real tight. I'm going to support my weight up on there now, and I'm literally going to roll the sides of my butt cheeks. Just try and get as much over the butt as I can, right up to the back of my hip. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't really hit this too well with a foam roller, in my opinion. Like a rubber ball is better for rolling your glutes out with, but at the end of the day, beggars cannot be choosers, and something is better than nothing. And, oh God, 1, jeez, struggling with a bit of balance here. 2, oh God, that glute's sore today. 3, 4, and 5. Right, all the unpleasant body parts done and over with. Just going to tuck my shirt in now. If you've got a shirt on or anything like that, now you probably want to tuck them into your pants, because now we're going to be rolling from the very top of your butt to the middle of your spine. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you are pushing your lower back into the foam roller and not just like flopping all over it and being lazy with it. So, sitting on the foam roller, hands across chest, just pushing my lower back into it. And we're just going halfway down the spine and back up. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Right, so now I'll do mid-spine, so right up to the base of my neck. I usually go arms crossed over chest here, go right down. And 1, 2, it's really good for targeting all the sensory of your back, especially if you cross your elbows over one another. 4, and 5. I actually done a little bit of foam rolling this morning, but normally when I first get on this, you just feel your spine go click, 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 click. It's great. So now from the mid-back, up and down 5 times, I'll keep my arms crossed over and just bias my weight more over to the side now. Do the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And bias the weight on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, just in case I decide to do anything, oh God, I'm getting away from this camera. Now, just in case I decide to do any random overhead work, I might just throw it in there today for the sake of it. I'll do the same thing again on my back, with just arms abs extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right then. And after doing all this stuff, if I'm doing a squat day, I'll just get into doing the wall glute stretch against the rig for a little moment. You know, it is lying down, one ankle over the opposite knee, and just holding them in there for a good 30 seconds at a time. But yeah, I usually put my foot against the wall or against this rig now. I'll do that for like 30 seconds on either leg, then do like a little 30-second calf stretching on either leg. And then if my lower back still feels a little bit tight, then I'll usually do one of those stretches, or this nice little one that I'll try and do, which I find very, very difficult to describe, but I find it really, really good for helping me out with stiffness here at the side of my hips, is if I'm lying here next to like a straight line in the floor, I just lay both my legs out straight in front of me, and then bend them to be like an L kind of shape. So that this front leg here is going to be like parallel to this line, and my other leg there is just bent enough to be able to fit inside like a kind of pretzel shape, just so it sits behind it there. Once I'm in this position, I'll put both my hands in front of me by my waist, so I'm like looking all forward now, and then I will lean all my weight onto that knee, but whilst I'm keeping my weight onto that knee, I'm going to try and push my, it feels like what you're trying to do is trying to push like the bones inside here out the side of your butt, like you're trying to push the top of your leg bone out the side of your butt. So leaning all that weight onto there, but I'll really be trying to push that hip down into the floor. And it just gives me a nice good stretch on the side of the butt there. I find it very, very difficult to describe this stretch, so I've never taught them in sessions because I don't think it's one that I'm very good at coaching just yet. But if you can check it out, we're just looking to try and stretch out the QL a little bit more and just get rid of some of the stickiness around the side of your hips. So yeah, that's like what I'll do before I go in for a squat session. And it's usually the same kind of stretching I'll do as well if I'm just like trying to keep on top of my general health maintenance. I usually try and get that in just before 12 o'clock, any kind of time of day. But most of the time, it's pretty much after I've like got up and brushed my teeth and stuff. I just like to get it done, and then I feel like good and pain-free for the rest of the day, as opposed to leaving it until later on to the day where it starts to become like a chore or a task to get it in. If you just get it in first thing in the day, then you've got this like benefits of health all throughout the day, and you'll find it easier to maintain correct posture throughout the day as well. So yeah, hope that helps you out, girls. As I said, this is a video just made for you to be able to go along with. And yeah, have an awesome day.